Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Hope you're all safe and healthy. So today I'm back at the luxury drive showroom to take a look at the 2022 model of the BMW 2 Series Gran Coupe, and in this video I'll let you know everything about the car from its interior to the exterior, and in the end I'll tell you whether it's a good buy or not. So do stick till the end. Before we go ahead and talk about the 2 Series, I just wanted to give a big thanks to Luxury Drive for allowing me to come here and make the video with the 2 Series Gran Coupe, and they have just recently opened up their new showroom in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. I'll be putting down the location link in the description, and I'll also be attaching the link for their Instagram page, so do follow them on Instagram. They do have one of the best collections that I have seen here in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, alongside the 7 car launch, which I have made a video on, and you can check it out in my playlist. And the name is Luxury Drive, and the vibe that you get in the showroom when you enter is a luxurious vibe. So it is a really nice showroom. I hope if you're watching this video from Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, just come here and take a look at their collection and the showroom itself, and also do follow them on their Instagram. And if you're new to the channel, guys, do leave a like and do subscribe to the channel as well, and do turn on your bell notifications so that you'll be the first ones to know when I upload new videos. And now let's take a look at the 2 Series. Alright guys, so here it is, the 2022 model of the BMW 2 Series Gran Coupe, and let me just show you the key. It's the standard BMW key with the M Sport logo, because this has the M kit on it, and it's nothing, it's just the standard key. You have a trunk opener, a lock button and unlock button, and that's it. So for 2022, what did BMW do, or what changes did BMW do? All they have done is they have added 2 new colors. It's called Phytonic Blue Metallic, and you have a Skyscraper Grey Metallic, which I think this particular color is. I'm not sure though, because in the configurator it just looks like this when you select the Skyscraper Grey. So you can see it is a metallic color, and it shines really nicely under this light, and I think it does look quite good. But obviously, being a BMW, you do have quite a few color options. Then if you're in the US and the Europe and you have access to the 228i, BMW have introduced a new dynamic handling package for that, and now you have integrated maps for the driver's display, and there are certain things that BMW have removed, like the garage door opener, the lumbar support, the wireless charger, and also the Harman Kardon stereo. All those are removed. That's most probably because of the ongoing chip shortages, so maybe that's why BMW have removed those things. So let's talk about the models that we get here in Saudi Arabia. We have 3 models in total, or 4, you can say that. We have the entry-level 218i, then we have the 220i, which is both front-wheel drive, and also it comes as an X-Drive model, and then we have the M235i, which comes only with the X-Drive 4-wheel drive or all-wheel drive. So this particular one, which is the 218i, it is priced at 210,000 riyals here in Luxury Drive. I'll convert it into dollars for you guys so you have an idea of the price. Just keep in mind, cars here in Saudi Arabia are a bit pricier when compared to the US and European counterparts, just because we have import tax and VAT. Now let's talk about the design. BMW have not done any changes to the design for the 22 model here, and you can see the front, it's nice and aggressive. I have the headlights turned on, and you can see the indicator as well. You have a pretty large sized kidney grills which are open. You don't have any active grill shutters in them. You don't have a front camera on this particular model because it's not optioned, and I don't think you can get a 360-degree parking. I'm not sure though, maybe you can, but this particular model does not have it. And the appearance of the 2 Series changes according to the trim you go for. So there is a base model, then you have a sport model, and then you have this, the M Sport model. So with the M Sport model, you get this more aggressive bumper. You have air intakes over there. You have this section over here. That is closed off, by the way. That's not a real vent. So most probably if you go for the M235i, that will be opened up for cooling the brake. You can see the radar sensor right in the middle for your cruise control and safety systems. You can also see we have a black trim right over here. As standard, it comes in silver, but you can black it out if you want. And you have a different style of grille as well with the M Sport package. If you go for the standard trims, the grille design changes, and then if you go for the M235i, the grille design changes again. The surrounds of the grille stay in chrome. I don't think you can black it out. And here's a closer look at the headlights of the 2 Series Gran Coupe, which I think look really nice. And coming up top, that's your hood. You have nice creases, and it does look nice and aggressive with your BMW logo right over there. So in terms of competitors, you have like the Mercedes CLA, the Audi A3, and those kind of cars, because it is a pretty compact car. And in terms of the platform or chassis, this 2 Series Gran Coupe is based on the 1 Series, which again is based on the Mini Cooper hatchback. So they do share some of the underpinnings with the Mini. And one more thing they do share with the Mini that I'll show you later on. So let's move on to the side now. Here's this side profile of the 2 Series Gran Coupe, and here's where you get the name Gran Coupe. You have a coupe style rear with your sedan tailgate. I wish they would have gone the route of the 4 Series Gran Coupe and given it a hatchback. That would have also increased the practicality, but BMW have gone for this style. Then you can see the window line is completely in black. I think that comes as standard. It is not in chrome. And this is how your side mirror looks with the LED indicator, and you do have some design elements on it. Then, since I told you this is the M Sport model, you have your M badge right over here, and then with the M badge you do get M rims as well. So this particular model has 18-inch rims. As standard you get 16s, but this has the upgraded 18s. You can also get up to 19s, but I think the 18 is a good middle ground. You do get a good size side profile, which will help you in the ride comfort. With the 19-inch rim, the side profile is very thin, and this rim is sitting on a 225 section tire, and it has the 40 series sidewall. And you can also take a look at the brakes at the back, which are a pretty good size. Then as you move on to the side, you can see we have the fuel economy mentioned right here. So it has a 1.5 liter engine. It is front wheel drive, and you have 18.3 kilometer per liter, which is excellent plus. I'll convert it into MPG, and this particular model does have a sunroof as well, and there's your shark fin antenna. Then we come to the rear tire, and the rear tire is the same size as in the front, 18-inch rim, 225 section tire with the 40 series sidewall, and those are your brakes at the back. Then we move on to the back, and you can see the rear design is quite good as well and pretty aggressive. You do have pretty large tail lights, and those are your LED indicators. For some reason in my phone they look pink, but they are pretty dark red. Then here you have your BMW logo, and then this section is blacked out. I think so it comes in chrome as standard. Here's your 218i badge. And then as you move down, you can see we have the rear camera, and you have a single exhaust system. And since this is the M Sport model, you have a sort of diffuser design on the lower bumper, but that's just an aesthetic element. It's not a functional one. And overall, I think that's all there is to show in the exterior of the car. And now let's open up the boot and check out the space over there. So to open the boot, you have a button right over here, or you can open it via the key fob, or you can use the button in the interior. So there's your boot of the 2 Series Gran Coupe. And since this has a sedan style boot, the opening is not that big, but you do have 430 liters of space, which is 15.2 cubic feet. It is a pretty good size, but it's not as practical as it could have been if it had a hatchback style tailgate. But this is what BMW decided to do, and that's about it. So that was the boot space of the 2 Series Gran Coupe, and now let's take a look at the engine bay. So here's the engine bay of the 2 Series Gran Coupe, and in particular the 218i or the 218i, whatever you want to call it. So this 218i has the 1.5 liter turbocharged 3-cylinder from the Mini Cooper. So this is something that is also shared with the Mini Cooper as well. So you have a 3-cylinder engine. If you want a 4-cylinder, you'll have to step up to the 220i or the 228i, whichever you have in your market, and then you also have the option for the 235i. So this engine over here produces 140 horsepower, and you have 220 Newton meters of torque, which is like 162 pound-feet, and it is attached to a 7-speed dual clutch transmission that you also get in the Mini Cooper. And since it is front wheel drive, the overall car weighs just 1,450 kilos or 3,200 pounds, and altogether this package moves from 0 to 100 in just 8.7 seconds, which is okay considering the size of the engine. And you have a top speed of 213 kilometers per hour or 132 miles per hour. So if you do want more power, then you have the option of going for the 228i or the 220i, and then if you want a lot more performance, then you have the option for the M235i. So now that we're done with the engine bay, let's head on to the interior, and I'll show you everything over there. So before we go on ahead and talk about the interior, I just wanted to say that if you're enjoying the video so far, guys, do leave a like and comment down below. It just helps the video to be recommended to to other people on YouTube, and also do subscribe to the channel and turn on your bell notifications so that you'll be the first ones to know when I upload new videos. And now let's take a look at the interior. So this does have keyless entry and go, and depending on the choice of trim and the options you select, you will have that selected. And one thing that I do like is that with the 2 Series Gran Coupe you get frameless windows, which I like a lot. They are not double glazed, they are just a single glazed window, but you do have the frameless design. And let's talk about the door trim. So you have a nice soft touch material right over here. Here you have your central locking, door handles and memory seating controls. Then you have this sort of trim right over here, which also has the ambient lighting inside it. Then here's your speaker grill, and then you have leather right over here, which is nice and soft. You have a nice soft armrest right over here, and these are your window controls along with your side mirror controls. Then down below you do have a bit of scratchy plastic, and you have a good amount of door storage. Then over here we have the M logo on the sill plates, and these are your seats. They are a kind of sport seats, and they are black leather. As standard you have fabric seating, but if you want you have the option of selecting these leather seats along with different color options as well. So now that we're done with the door trim, let's take a seat inside and let's show you everything over there. So I'm in the interior of the 2 Series Gran Coupe, and first of all, the design is pretty similar to what you get in the 1 Series, the old 3 Series. So it's basically the same BMW design theme that has been going on for quite a long time. They are changing the design now. That, for example, you have the new design in the new 7 Series, the upcoming new M2, and also the recently refreshed 3 Series as well. So you have the upgraded design for the interior in those. This one does not have that currently. This is the old iDrive 7 and the driver's display that you get. Both are 10 inches in size. Let's talk about the dashboard quality. As expected from a BMW, you have nice soft touch materials all around. You have that same kind of trim over here, along with your AC vents all around the side. It is a pretty driver focused cabin, and over here on the side you have your light controls. And let's talk about some of the features. So you have a nice chunky BMW steering wheel that everybody likes, and it has your M logo right over there. Behind the steering wheel you have your control for your indicators, and also that button controls the driver's display. On this side you have your windshield controls, and the steering wheel is manually adjustable. You have tilt and telescopic both. On the steering wheel itself you have your cruise control settings, and you have your volume controls, media controls and all that stuff. And this particular model does not have any paddle shifters, and I don't think you need it as well. And now let's take a look at the driver's display. So it is the standard driver's display. It is 10 inches in size. You can see we have the navigation currently open in the middle. It is also showing your horsepower and Newton meter. The horsepower is in kilowatts. Here you have your engine temperature. That's your fuel gauge along with the total range left, and that's your time, temperature, your drive mode and all that stuff. If you want to check out a bit more information in the driver's display, you just press this button over here and you can go through different settings. So you can see it's showing a G meter, then we have like an FM media control. Then you can just keep it plain and that will show you your drive modes. Then that's your fuel economy meter and odometer or trip computer, and back to your horsepower and torque. So it does not have a lot of customization. This BMW system was not liked by a lot of people. The new system, however, is quite good. So let's hope when they refresh the or update the 2 Series Gran Coupe, it will be upgraded. Then let's move on from that to the central display. It is again 10 inches in size. You have your iDrive 7, nice and responsive. You have navigation, you have media controls right here, you have communication, you have a full screen navigation. Then you have your car settings. In that you have driving information, vehicle status. Then you can go into settings with for your exterior lighting, driver profiles and all that stuff. You do have Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, and basically it is the iDrive 7 system. I have explained this system in detail in my BMW X4 video and quite a few other BMW videos that I have made. If you want to check them out, you can just head to my playlist right over here and take a look at those videos as well. Then moving down from the screen, you have your climate control. So you have your AC vents, hazard button, you have a digital display for your climate controls, and you have all your physical climate controls here as well. So that's to adjust your temperature, your fan speed, all that stuff. It is just a single zone climate control. You don't have 2-zone climate controls, and this particular model does not have any heated seats or ventilated seats and all that stuff. Then moving down, we have your media controls and your touch sensitive shortcut buttons as well, which I do like quite a bit. You have your volume buttons as well, and then down below we have some storage space, and like I told you, you don't have any wireless charger, so there is nothing over here, just a small storage space. You have a USB port however, and you also have a 12-volt socket, and you have 2 cup holders. It is not a closable lid, it's just open as it is, and you do have a lot of piano black around it. Then at the back we have the gear selector for your 7-speed dual clutch, and you also have your iDrive controller along with your shortcut buttons. And then on this side we have your traction control, parking sensors, auto start stop. Then here's your engine start button, your drive modes, so you can go into sport mode, comfort mode, or an eco pro mode, so whatever you like. Then you have your auto hold function along with your electronic parking brake, and that's your rear camera. You have your parking assist, reversing assistant as well, and since I told you it does not have any of the blind spot cameras or the front camera, there is no 360-degree camera view. I think if you want you can get it as an option, but currently this one has only the rear camera. Then from there we have your armrest, nice and soft, decent amount of storage, and you have a single USB-C inside. There's your glove box, and it is lined with felt, and you have a decent amount of storage. Then you have this frameless rear view mirror, which I like a lot. And then we move up, so you do have your cabin lighting right over here, pretty small, but you do have LED lights. And here's your control for the panoramic sunroof. So here's the sunroof, which brings in quite a bit of light, and you need it because this is a very compact car. And I think, as you can see, I have an okay amount of headroom because I have the seat set to its lowest driving position, and despite wearing a high cap, I have an okay amount of headroom. I am 6'4" or 195 centimeter, by the way, so that should give you an idea of how much room you might have in this particular car. Also, these seats are pretty comfortable despite being a compact car, and I do have a larger body size, and despite that I do feel comfortable over here. So overall, pretty comfortable in the front seats, and I think that's all there is to show in the front section. Now let's move on to the rear and I'll show you everything over there. So here is the rear door, and you have the same frameless window on the rear doors as well. The door trim is similar to the front. You have nice soft touch materials here, you have your door handle, you have your window control, and this same sort of trim that you had in the front. You have your speaker grill right over there, you have a small armrest which is nice and soft, you have your leather right over here, and you have a decent storage for your door pockets, and you have that same a bit scratchy plastic right over here as well. So here are your rear seats, covered in the same leather as in the front seats, but a small disadvantage because this is such a compact car. Despite having this front passenger seat set to according to someone of average height, I do not have enough space to comfortably sit inside. If I want to sit inside, someone will have to fold me in half and then keep me inside. That's the only way I can fit inside. So that is a small disadvantage because of the size of the car, but I'll just show you some of the features that we have. You don't get any rear AC vents, you just have a small storage space at the back, and you do have an armrest with cup holders that are hidden, and you have your isofix points right over here. But overall it's pretty basic. You don't have a lot of features, but you do have interior cabin lighting at the back, and that's about it. So that was all there is to show in the BMW 2 Series. And what do I think about it? Personally, I think for someone as tall as me, the 2 Series is not a good buy because the only usable space you have will be in the front. Anybody who wants to sit in the rear seats will not have a lot of space because a taller passenger is sitting in the front. That is a bit of a disadvantage. But if you are of average height, I think you should take a look at the BMW 2 Series. It definitely has sportier driving characteristics when compared to something like the CLA, which is a bit more comfort oriented. And overall, I do suggest that you consider the BMW 2 Series. But if you're tall like me, someone above 6 feet, I'll just say that don't go for this car. So if you enjoyed the video, guys, do leave a like and comment down below, as it helps the video to be recommended to more people. And also do subscribe to the channel and turn on your bell notifications so that you'll be the first ones to know when I upload new videos. And thanks for watching, guys. Stay safe, stay healthy, and bye bye.